Throughout the basketball and biomechanics unit, I've developed and refined my basketball skills and understanding of the biomechanical principles underpinning my physical performance. This process requires an athlete to detect errors in their technique and, through reflection and decision making, modify their performance using video footage or photographs of the performance, as well as information related to biomechanics. Justify modifications of one selected basketball skill must be a shooting action. Give a biomechanical analysis of the selected shot. The analysis of the shot must be based around the biomechanical principles, which are force and motion, momentum, levers and fluid mechanics, and propulsion. Finally, we are to provide one drill that would be effective and help athletes with the selected shot. The layup is one of the easiest shots to perform and is the first shot you should practice and learn. Without the threats of layups, each shot would be next to impossible to execute. A layup looks like it sounds. It is a shot where you lay the ball up to the backboard or over the rim and into the hoop. Layups can be done in different directions, like forwards, backwards, or sideways. There are many different biomechanical principles that are used to perform a layup, and they are as follows: momentum, vertical jump, force, mass, inertia, and impulses. The correct technique for a basketball layup comes in many different steps, and they start off by dribbling the ball close to the hoop, followed by jumping off your left foot. Then you are required to lift your right leg as if you were shooting with your right arm. Whilst in the process, aim the ball for the sweet spot on the backboard. The sweet spot on the backboard for a layup is generally in the closest corner of the drawn box on the backboard. This is almost a guaranteed spot for your ball to go into the basket. Evidence of momentum in a basketball layup is seen by the player running and leaping towards the hoop. Momentum is the motion applied from the moving object and is used by the object's mass and velocity. It is implied that the larger the mass, the greater the momentum will be produced from the spring when you leap to place the ball on the backboard. It is suggested that you start your run from just outside the three-point line, so you build up enough momentum to get more height, therefore easier to perform a layup. The kinetic chain relates to the human body in a moving chain of motion. This motion can be broken down into two parts, and they are push-like and throw-like. The push-like motion tend to extend all joints in the body, and throw-like motions is all the joints in the body moving together sequentially. During a layup, generally the knee you jump off stays bent while the other is straight. When using the arm without the ball, it is helping the ball towards the hoop, while the underhand is placing the ball on the backboard. The base of stability during a basketball layup is very stable because the base of stability is when the area within an object's point of contact with the ground. The larger the area of the base of support covers, the more stable the object will be. During the layup, the center of gravity is at the navel point of the body, which the line of gravity follows through the center of gravity, which then goes down to the base of support. Projectile motion in a layup is from when the ball leaves the athlete's body and is in motion towards the backboard. The only time the ball is in the air is when it leaves the player and the ball is generally close to the backboard. Projectile motion is when the object leaves its power source and becomes projectile in the air. Once it is in the air, you may not alter the result once it is projectile. When the ball is released, it generally has to have a fair amount of speed, so it may have enough force to rebound off the backboard into the hoop. During the layup, the estimated time the ball is in the air is 0.50 seconds. This is from when it leaves the player's hand until it makes contact with the backboard. Whilst the athlete shoots the ball, it is recommended that the arm carries the ball follows through. There is a layer of air surrounding the ball, and when it collides with the incoming air, when the ball collides with the air, it's creating a high pressure zone, and the other following creating a low pressure zone. This can be demonstrated when running at speed whilst dribbling the ball. This can be demonstrated when the ball is being pushed against air, when the basketball player lays the ball up against the backboard. A drill that is recommended by coaches is the Chinese layup. There are two even teams, and each team is split up evenly at each side of the hoop. When your coach says go, one person is to race around the free throw line to then receive the ball from the opposite end of the line and then continue through with a layup and then pass the ball back. Go through this until the team has all been through or you have reached a set amount of layups that your coach requires you to meet. This drill is designed to help improve the team's layup ability and to see how well they can deal with the pressure of being able to do a layup relatively quickly. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learnt a bit more about the biomechanics in a basketball layup.